Same play. And this time, Rhett will score as 2 flags come down. Rhett turns the corner and he's free. 1 man to beat. And then the safety comes over to help when Anthony Marshall makes the tackle.
Quick toss, Errict Rhett. Errict Rhett scores. Florida leads by 3 touchdowns as the offensive line bowled them over on the right side.
Per ball game.
Errict Rhett up the middle. Touchdown, Gators.
Errict Rhett breaks it to the outside and is down at the 42-yard line. Corey Barlow got just... Draw play with Rhett. Breaks it clean. Touchdown, Gators. Rhett. 1 man to beat. They push him out of bounds inside the 25-yard line. John Hurt.
He's done a great job. You know, you had a lot of people picking for the SEC title, but Mississippi. Oh,
Rhett. His second.
That's
Side. Looked like it might have been a mix-up in the backfield, but Rhett squirts to the outside again and gets about 9:24 left in the second quarter. Errict Rhett bounced out of bounds at the 25. Errict Rhett wide open. Got away from Greer. Errict Rhett to the 17-yard line of San.
5:06 left until halftime. With the pitch, they'll bring it back against the grain, and this is Rhett all the way to the 30-yard service. Right up the middle with the carry again, and to the 48-yard line is Rhett. Alabama shows blitz. They go the other way. Just Florida has the first down, and Rhett is in the open field inside the... Errict Rhett at the middle. Breaks it open, and there's a foot race. Caught from behind at the 16-yard line by Errict Rhett. Touchdown, Gators.
Which really would have changed the complexion of this game.
So Matthews is back after suffering the interception of the last drive. Passes to Rhett coming out of the backfield. He breaks the tackle to 45, and he's to the midfield strike.
By 10. Draw play with Rhett. Finding his way. Has 5. Has 10. Cut it off at 14. Dale Carter makes the defensive play. Freshman out of Miami. And they go with Rhett. Touchdown, Florida. Errict Rhett, he'll walk it in.
Two backs split, no tight end on the field. Matthews again with time. Gets it to his receiver. That's Errict Rhett still on his feet. Rhett fights his way inside the 15-yard line. Toss sweep, the Gators fake the reverse. Errict Rhett with the ball inside the 5. That's a pretty play.
With an injury, so we know how valuable those guys are up front.
2nd and 7, Errict Rhett. The counter play gets about 3 or 4 yards. He started to pull back in motion. Pitches to Errict on the counter. Errict Rhett fights his way into the end zone. Touchdown number 7 for Errict Rhett. And the Gators are up 3 scores on the Auburn Tigers.
In each of Florida's 9 games this year. Rhett is back in there. He gets the call through a gaping hole. Touchdown, Gators.
Fumble. The counter, Rhett comes back, gets a good block by White. And Errict Rhett squeezes that football. Errict Rhett, a big hole. Look at him go through it. All the way to the 30 left. 3rd down and goal. Rhett, short side of the field. Oh! He got in! Ho, ho!
Marty
down at their own 21-yard line. No score in the ball game. Pitch it to Rhett. They fake the reverse. Rhett keeps it, breaks out into the open, and picks up big yardage. Terrell Buckley made the tackle on him at the 43-yard line. Rhett keeps it. They went through the reverse motion, ran through a couple of tackles, and a good tough run by Errict Rhett. Down to the Seminole 46 and a first down for Florida. On second down and goal, pitch it back to Rhett. And he's in. Touchdown, Gators.
Five for the Gators. The toss to Rhett. He'll sweep right behind the fullback. Gets a block and daylight. Knifed out of bounds by Jason Parker, the freshman. Nice run by Rhett.
Harrison Houston wide to the left. They'll pitch it to the short side of the field. And Rhett gets the first down. Behind Matthews. To give the ball to Rhett. Over the top and in for the touchdown. Errict Rhett dives over the top again for the touchdown. Marcus Hill got credit for the tackle. Rhett slashing across the 35 with the Gator first down.
Well, you talk about force, and you see right there he was hit and stumbled, but continued to fight forward.
Cardinals 7-yard line. Rhett sweeping wide to the right. High steps into the end zone.
sweep it right side. Rhett has the corner. Errict Rhett. No signal yet. Touchdown. On second down and 7, they set up the screen. Rhett needs a block, gets away from a tackler. Errict Rhett gets it down to the 24. That's ball to the 21. There you see the most receptions ever for a Gator running back. 9 down and about 3. Running play. Errict Rhett's got running room to the 40. Rhett up to the 41 or 2-yard line. Up around 75 yards, and he has passed Tony Green for 3rd place on the Gator rushing list. Oxford. 2nd and goal. Rhett up the middle. Touchdown, Errict Rhett. Errict Rhett over the top. Touchdown.
Where? Jacksonville last week? Oh, he's got it.
Big running room. Go. Errict Rhett's off to the races. He'll be cut from behind by Carter, but Errict Rhett right up the gut for 30 yards and a Florida first down.
Matthews gives it off to Rhett. Touchdown, Florida. 5 yards so far. Young man from Pascagoula, Mississippi, hands it off to Errict Rhett. Running all day, all the way down to the 10 he goes, and it's enough. Ball's down around the 10. There's the same play. He gets loose in the middle. He's inside the 5. Rhett. Touchdown. Wow, that brings some things into perspective. Here's a little shovel pass to Rhett, and Errict Rhett brings it out to the 3rd. 2 players caught at least 55 passes. No gain on that last play. They give to Rhett running the far side, and
for almost 1,000 yards, 903 yards, average just a shade over 3. Line up behind Dean. The pitch to Errict Rhett. He's in for the touchdown.
Second effort. The second effort of Errict Rhett finishes off the touchdown run. Offensive lineman and shake him up a little bit, where Shane led by calmness and cool. Terry's more active.
Oh, nice job by Rhett. Breaking tackles out to the 45.
Behind Dean. Draw to Rhett. Rhett, plenty of room. 25. On his feet at the 20. Lowers his head. Gets it to the 19.
he said, don't screw it up. Here's Errict Rhett around the left side. Great run out across the 25 to the 20 inch. Here's the give off to Rhett around the left side. Got some running room. Shoved out of bounds at the wide.
Gives it on the draw to Errict Rhett with a big hole to the 40. Stumbles, hit, and then goes down at the 36. Rhett is a lone setback and a second down and 10. 23 seconds to go. Thrown across the middle, caught by Errict Rhett. He breaks one tackle, goes down at the 28. It is first.
Tennessee wants to stop. The first play, Larry Marmee, the defensive coordinator, said the first play we
play there for Florida. Ball is given to Rhett. Bounce it outside and finds daylight. Tough runner. Taken down at the 18-yard line. That's it. Rhett with the ball. Touchdown, Florida. Going the other way. Oops, there's a white shirt there. I'll go back this side. After the 40 and a first down. This is Rhett. Touchdown.
Werfel drops back, hands it to Rhett, running straight up the middle. He's in for the touchdown.
Swings the pass to Rhett. Has a blocker in front. Look out. Puts the head down, and he's finally... Errict Rhett, nothing on the left side. He's going to reverse it. Hey, there's Werfel up there to block for him. And he'll have 10 yards. Let's go down to the sideline to get an in. He'll follow the snap, still get it back to Errict Rhett. He'll turn the corner, and... touchdown.
That's the kind of night it's been for Florida, Ron. Fumble the snap and still turn it into a touchdown.
One to the left is Doring. Rhett is in the backfield. Here's a first down play. The delay to Rhett. Rhett to the 50. Rhett to the Auburn 45. Rhett in the backfield is the lone setback. Werfel retreating to throw. Pumps one over the middle. Got a man wide open. 45 to the 40 to the 35. Still on his feet to the 25. Still running Rhett to the 20 to the 15. Cuts it back inside. Running back. Triple slot to the right. Here's Werfel. He's going to give it to Rhett. Rhett bounces off one man. Broke the tackle. 40. Rhett in the open field. 45 to the 50. He's at the 45 to the 40. The 35 to the 30. He is fine. Setback is Rhett. Rhett's going to get the call with the running room. 35. Rhett to the 40. Rhett to the 45. And he barrels out. Gators on the move once again. Danny Werfel's going to give it to Rhett. Got some room. 20, 15, 10. He'll go all the way. Touchdown. Errict Rhett. No.
On second down again, it's Errict Rhett. This time getting to the outside. He does, dives for the end zone, and he gets it. Of this Florida drive. Errict Rhett, he's in for the touchdown. Surprise. Errict Rhett again. And look at him break tackles. And Errict Rhett is into the open. And Carlos Yancey, the last Bulldog that had a shot at him, got him.
Errict Rhett walks in. Touchdown, Gators.
Past 6 straight plays. Now Errict Rhett on the toss finds a huge hole for a Florida first down as they discover the running game. And Rhett, stepping lively, picks a hole beautifully, doesn't he? Now on third down, here's the toss. Rhett is cut off. Going to head back to the right side and try to get to the flag. Cuts in. Beautiful run for a score. What a run by Errict Rhett, the all-time rushing leader for the Florida Gators.
You can punch me all you want, buddy. I am still tough, and I'm going to run the football. Not a much different animal.
Offset toss, Rhett to the flag, and the Gator touchdown. Houston. And it's Rhett again, slashing, diving, reaching, has it. His third touchdown of the game. West Virginia came in here having allowed only 8 rushing touchdowns all season, and Errict Rhett has 3 himself tonight.
Boy, and I'll tell you, he earned this one, showing his character.
Rhett has joined Jack Mildren and Jerome Bettis. Mildren of Oklahoma did it against Auburn in '72, and Bettis did it against Florida in '92 with 3 touchdowns or 18 points.
2 bowl games, Gator Bowl MVP last year, Sugar Bowl MVP this year.